Hello and bonjour everyone. Today we are from group 7 and we will be presenting our topic title, that is French bread. The French bread that our group choose is the croissant. This is our group members. First, that is me, Nurhan Irfan, and the second one is Saidi Muhammad Adibun Jamil, and the third one is Razik Nazrin. Next is Nurul Rabatul Adabiyah, and the last one is Muhammad Akif Syami bin Azmi. We go to our introduction. A croissant is a famous French pastry known for its light, flaky texture and buttery flavor. Originating from France, it is made using a special laminate dough where layers of butter are folded into the dough multiple times to create its signature crisp and airy structure. Croissants are typically crescent shapes and are commonly enjoyed for breakfast or as a snack, often served plain or filled with ingredients such as chocolate, almond paste, or ham and cheese. This iconic bread has become popular worldwide and is a symbol of French baking tradition. Next, I will explain the characteristic of a croissant, one of the most iconic French pastries. First, in terms of appearance, croissant is easily recognized by its crescent shapes and golden brown color. Its glossy surface and delicate layers make it visually appealing and appetizing. Second, the texture of croissant is unique. It is crispy and flaky on the outside, while the inside is soft, light and airy. When you pull it apart, you can clearly see its thin, buttery and layers. Another important characteristic, it is the taste and aroma are rich and delightful. A croissant has a buttery flavor with a slight sweetness and a pleasant, fresh, baked aroma that makes it perfect for breakfast or a snack. Lastly, the important characteristic is its structure. Croissants are made using a laminate dough, which involves folding butter into the dough multiple times to create its signature flaky layers and honeycomb-like interior. In conclusion, the croissant is admired for its elegant appearance, flaky texture, rich buttery taste, and versatile, making it a beloved pastry around the world.
Today I will be presenting about the history. A croissant is a well-known pastry that is especially popular in France. It is famous for crescent shape and its crispy, flaky texture on the outside, with a soft and buttery inside. However, many people do not realize that the croissant is actually not originally from France. The origin of the croissant can be traced back to Austria from a traditional bread called kipfel. This bread has existed for hundreds of years and already had a similar crescent shape. There is also a famous legend linked to the Battle of Vienna 1683. It is said that bakers in Vienna created the crescent-shaped bread to celebrate their history. Although this story is not fully proven, it remains an interesting part of croissant history. Later, in 1838, an Austrian baker opened a bakery in Paris and introduced kipfel to the French people. This is where the transformation into the modern croissant began. The French improved the recipe using a technique called lamination, which involved folding butter into the dough multiple times. This creates many layers, making the croissant light, airy and flaky. Okay, now let's look at the difference between Kipfel and the modern croissant. In terms of origin, Kipfel come from Vienna, Austria, while the modern croissant developed in Paris, France. For texture, Kipfel is denser and more like bread, while croissants are lighter and flaky. In terms of ingredients, Kipfel use simple ingredients with low fat, while croissant contains a high amount of butter, which gives a richer taste and aroma. For shape, Kipfel is always crescent shape, while croissant can be crescent or straight shape. In conclusion, Kipfel is the ancestor of the croissant, but the French transformed into the pastry we enjoy today. The croissant is not just food, but a combination of history, culture and creativity. Okay, now let's move on the different type of croissant. There are many variations of croissant available today, depend on the ingredients and filling used. First, we have the butter croissant. This is the most classic and traditional type, made with a high amount of butter, giving it a rich flavor and flaky texture. Next is the chocolate croissant. This type is filled with chocolate inside, making it slightly sweeter and very popular, especially for breakfast or snack. We also have the cheese croissant. This version is filled or topped with cheese, giving it a savory taste instead of sweet. Another common type is the plain croissant. It is simple with less butter compared to the butter croissant, but still soft and enjoyable. Next is the almond croissant. Also known, the croissant is filled with almond cream and topped with sliced almond, giving it a sweet and nutty flavor. Lastly, we have the ham and cheese croissant. This is a savory option filled with ham and melt cheese, making more filling and suitable as a light meal. In conclusion, croissant come in many different types, ranging from sweet to savory, depend on personal preference. This variety is what makes croissant so popular and loved around the world. Thank you.
Hello, bonjour. My name is Razid Nazrin. Now, I would like to tell about croissant rules in France. Number 1 is there is no specific croissant law like the Baguette decree in France. Second, croissants are regulated under food and labeling rules. And the number 3, croissants ou beurre must use butter only. Number 4, croissant ordinaire can use margarine or vegetable fats. Number 5, labels must be honest and not misleading to customer. And lastly is traditional croissants are usually freshly made with laminate dough. Hello, and next we go to the next slide is how croissants are made. Firstly, we must to prepare the dough. We mix the flour, water, yeast, sugar, salt and a little butter, then knead until a smooth dough forms. And the second, let the dough rest. Allow it to rise fermentation until it double in size. And then number 3, add the butter, lamination, and close butter inside the dough and fold it to create layers. Number 4, folding and rolling process. Roll out and fold the dough several times, usually 3 turns to build in layers. Number 5, shape the croissant. Cut the dough into triangles and roll from the base to the tip. And number 6, final proofing. Let the shaped croissant rise again before baking. And number 7, bake at around 118 to 200 degree until golden brown. Cool and serve. Let them cool slightly so the outside is crispy and the inside stays soft.
How to eat a croissant. Eating a croissant is an art form. To do it right, skip the knife and tear it into small pieces with your hands. This preserves a delicate, flaky layers. Enjoy it in a bite-sized portion, adding butter or jam if you like. And finally, for the ultimate experience, you can pair it with a coffee or tea. It's all about slowing down and savoring the texture.
Good day everyone, today I would like to share some interesting facts about the croissant. Let's look at the first few points. Did you know there's National Croissant Day? It's celebrated every year on January 30th to honor this famous pastry. Surprisingly, the croissant is not originally French. It's actually originated in Austria as a crescent-shaped roll called kifrel. The name itself is quite simple in French. The word croissant literally means crescent, referring to the iconic shape. The texture is unique because it's made of a lot of layer. This is done by folding thin, buttery layers of dough repeatedly, a process called lamination. Moving on, we must remember that butter makes all the difference. High quality butter is the secret to getting the perfect flaky texture. In French, there is actually a French law that regulates the ingredients to ensure every croissant sold meet high quality standards. Unlike many other pastries, a plain croissant is not super sweet. It has a balanced savory butter taste that isn't overwhelming. Finally, the croissant has gone global. Today, it is loved and can be found almost every country around the world. That concludes the 10 interesting facts about croissant. Thank you for your attention.
In conclusion, the croissant is a global favorite for a reason. Its rich history and buttery flavor make it a true masterpiece of French baking. By knowing how it's made and how to eat, you can better appreciate every golden layer. Enjoy your next bite. That's all. Thank you.